Sorry baby, I just don't know the words or how to conjugate them. Was it really past tense? I heard, or was it present perfect? Maybe we could forget the time you faced that friend without me. Maybe we could go back to mine, pretend it never happened. Oh, when we're always out of time, and you say it will be fine, well, I just can't find the line. Oh, hope I know what to say when you throw it all away. Sorry baby, I've been drifting again. Could you repeat the question? No, I guess I do not know when it first became a problem. Sorry that it's all such a mess. The words, they seem to leave me, didn't really quite catch the rest. Not keen on it repeating. Oh, when we're always out of time, and you say it will be fine, well, I just can't find the lines. Oh, hope I know what to say when you throw it all away. When you throw it all away. Sorry baby, I just don't know the words. Was it really past tense? I heard. Maybe we could forget the time. Maybe we could go back to mine. Well, I think that I've been drifting without you, drifting. I think that I've been drifting without you, drifting. I think that I've been drifting without you, drifting. I think that I've been drifting without you, drifting. And now I know that you've been gone. Written in the back of my old diary, I gotta break sometime. It's underlined and red, scrawled across the screen beneath the spider ring. I gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. And the more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, we all gotta break sometime. Cracked inside a kiln between the firing. We all gotta break sometime. You blazed it anyway. Screamed across the city from a windowsill. We all gotta break sometime. That's all you had to say. But the more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, we all gotta break sometime. Written in the back of my old diary, we all gotta break sometime. It's underlined and red, scrawled across the screen beneath the spider ring. We all gotta break sometime. I left it all unread, cracked inside a kiln between the firing. We all gotta break sometime. You blazed it anyway. Screamed across the city from a windowsill. We all gotta break sometime. That's all you had to say. And the more I know, the less I seem to care. And the more I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. So I walked out the back before the second set settled my debt. I'll miss the rest, that's fine, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I could scarce get by a second breath between the press. Now it's 3 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing, so I'll hit replay. Why do I have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by the tower, and you overtake it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and land to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Tell me there's an issue. I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it, caught it all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why.
Hello there. Hello there.
Well, I've been waiting for all these years just to see you come back home. But each step that you took towards her, well, you took each one not alone. And every time you said, my God, how is it up there on that phone? Well, I've been waiting undefeated just to hear you say that I'm not needed. I said I was an honest man, you said I wasn't at all, but I wanted it. Well, I think you're just afraid of the fall, but you won't be there at all, no, you won't be there. And oh, my God, I hope you're falling apart. My God, I hope you're falling and you will. My God, I hope you're falling apart. It's gonna be the start of what you are. Well, I remember when you said that you hate everything I do. You didn't have a reason, then wish I'd given one to you. And then you would say, oh, my God, I couldn't know what you've been through. Well, I've been waiting undefeated just to hear you say that I'm not needed. I said I was an honest man, you said I wasn't at all, but I wanted it. Well, I think you're just afraid of the fall, but you won't be there at all, or you won't be there. And oh, my God, I hope you're falling apart. My God, I hope you're falling and you will. My God, I hope you're falling apart. It's gonna be the start of what you are.
Ambitious goal for Grease Monkey.
I guess we got what we want. 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 Baby, if you don't stand for something, how can you ever stand it all? And baby, if you're built on sand, you'll be swept back by the fall. Baby, if you don't stand for something, how can you ever hope to hold the weight of everything you own? Maybe if you build your house on sand, you can burrow the deeper. Maybe it would cave on you alone. Swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. Swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. Baby, if you don't stand for something, how could you ever hope to hold the weight of everything you hold? Well, maybe if you show them all your hand, you can knot in the creases, and maybe you can take it back and fold. You said it was all in the ether, ain't something you said you could feed her. She said she was nothing but eager, then you said she said that you couldn't believe her, ain't something you said you could feed her. She said it was all just a leader, then you said, you swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. Swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. Swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. Swear I did, I tried, I swear I did. 1,000 times to let it lie, 1,000 times to let it lie. I heard that you weren't sure, and I called it off again. And I heard that you weren't sure, and I called it off again. I came in a bit before the opening, said I took the bet. I know the rest is good, I guess. The cabin is a crowd around, and I can scarce get by on second breath between the breaths. Now it's 1 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing in between each rest, but I'm not going to cave. I guess I made it. Yeah, I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feel that I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. I'm sitting on the 501, a moment's rest, glacial pace, I won't lose faith. Maybe if I stay around the rest to prove myself, I still save face. Now we're on our way before I quit at 9:30. Can't get out of this, no, I've lost that little time. I guess I'll make it, yeah. I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feel that I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know. I never
Hi. I'm so sorry for the late start. Of course. Thanks for that. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Hi, y'all. How are you doing? I hope you guys are all having a good Thursday today. Hello, XOXO. Hello, Elu. Hello, Rudy Chicory. Hello, Potaru. Oh, I missed you earlier, Potaru. I'm so sorry. Hello, Alpha Beta. Hello, Pat. Wait, I just saw Pat saying what killed the Ice Age, the dinosaurs. Did I miss that? I must have. I'm so sorry. Moments before I started, I got something came up that required some attention. So, but I think we're good to go. But how are you guys? How is everyone? Have you guys been enjoying the Honkai Star Rail update? If you play Honkai Star Rail, have you been enjoying any other new gaming update recently? Yes. I'm literally, we're not even like 2 hours into the news story. I was hoping to just start right away, but did not work out that well. That's fine. That's fine. There's other things that have more important priorities than a game, than a gacha game. I have the new 5-star. Oh, did you get Castris? Congrats on your Castris, then. I hope you're enjoying her. Right? That's the banner that's out right now, right? That's the wrong button. I love the big quality. I've heard good things about it. I'm very excited. Finally, someone here wants Castris. There's people, I promise. Hold on. What is this thing? Oh my gosh, someone used my characters. I'm so happy. That hasn't happened in a while. Where are my Anaxa lovers? That's me. That's me. I'm saving for Anaxa, and I'm scared because I actually, spur of the moment last week, got Fugue to replace my Trailblazer in my Firefly team. And I was expected to lose my 50-50 with her, full disclosure. Won my 50-50. I now have her. And yeah, I'm perplexed. I'm like, crap. I was so worried about... I thought I for sure was going to lose my 50-50, then I would have a guarantee for Anaxa, but nope. But here's the thing. I also need this character, so I can't complain too much. She is gorgeous as well. Congratulations on Fugue. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, spur of the moment thing, but it is very good. One second, still addressing the thing. Hold on. Sorry. Replying to someone. Hi, sorry, I'm replying to someone. Hello, Neon Angel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, hopefully that'll be good. Hello, sorry guys. There's stuff going on in the background, but it's okay. Let me catch up on reading stuff. Fuga's the best. She's so gorgeous. Elu, you said I'm not pulling anything until Hyacin? Oh, yeah! How many people want her? I personally am not interested, but how many people want her? 20k is a lot. Oh, Rooney, you have 20k Stellar Jade. That is huge. That is huge. You should be very happy for that. I'm interested because it's good for Castress, but I'm not getting her. Oh, she could be good for Castress? Let's be very vague about stuff, you know? I imagine, I dream. We don't look at leaks here. No, totally, we don't totally do that. Sorry for like the silence for 5 minutes. Like I said, there was something that came up that takes more priority over a gacha game. But it seems like things are going good, so I can kind of put that on the back burner now. What are leaks? What about Anaxa? Is this kit still a leak? It depends. If there's a way for people to play Anaxa in the main story, then no. Then no, that's not a leak, because then it's officially visible for people to try out. Whatever's officially in the game as of right now, that is what we have. 56 million Stellar Jade. Oh, me? I don't have that much. I do have 56,000, but it's a lot. They showed it in the live stream. Oh, true. If you saw the live stream, then yes. That's not a leak anymore. That's a fair point. I forgot. Guys, I'll be honest. I forgot live streams exist. I know I've like reacted to them on my channel, but lately I just have not had time to watch live streams. Didn't you play them during the 3.1 story quest? No. You did a boss and what looked to be wind attacks were there, and Anaxa was relatively close by, so. Okay. Well, enough dilly-dallying. Let's hop into the quest again. So, last time, from what I remember, is Anaxa is kind of going behind Aglaya's back, talking to the council, and there's a bit of a, I don't want to say a war, but contention regarding the flame chase journey. And it seems like Anaxa is siding with the council that wants to put an end to the flame chase journey. But it definitely seems like he has something going on in the background. Like, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like he's fully committed to their cause, but just trying to infiltrate in. He also keeps having these weird dreams and visions, possibly memories, unsure. Meanwhile, Dawn, Hung, and Hyacin, or Hyacin? Just got back to the library and are going to do some investigation. Oh, right! There was also a super big plot twist. If you had not heard this plot twist and you haven't done the story, I recommend checking it out for yourself. But if you don't mind spoilers, stick around. We found out that the Trailblazer is dead and is a construct of memories. So we're trying to figure out what's up with that. But that also explains why we could probably touch Castress, is because we are dead. I gave you a warning. Okay, so that's one reason why we are here. I think I did a recap. Did I forget anything else? I hope not. Either way, let us continue the story. Can I teleport? Oh, I want to go that way. Excuse me. This way. There it is. I don't play anything over, so I don't really mind. Yeah, okay, no worries. But yeah, if people don't want to get spoiled, I completely understand if you need to leave. If you don't mind, stick around. How did we die? Apparently we died the moment we came into Amphorius. When Nikador's lance pierced our cart as we entered, apparently we were like bleeding out. and Don Hung was trying to save us, and then he got knocked unconscious, and when he woke up, we were fine. Okay. Up we go. I do not care. Yay! I just don't want people to be spoiled, you know? I want to give ample warning. Black monsters are twisted in form, and their life has turned to ash altogether with their souls. It's impossible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are the remains of a black tide monster. It does look different from the Titankin from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? A recorded debate between Venerationists and Newsporus, they've said this before, scholars. Most of it is illegible, leaving only fragments of dialogue. We all recall the Sate that dared touch the sky, but what were they really? Just blind masses manipulated by ambitious politicians who dared challenge the Titan's authority. A completely meaningless attempt, an absolute mistake. And then the Newsporus scholar says, you Venerationists have bowed to the Titans for so long, you've forgotten a scholar's true purpose. Making a mistake does not mean the act was meaningless. Even though students new to the Grove understand this basic logic lesson, an entire city-state reduced to ashes proved the sky ship's construction was a mistake. To me, that's precisely the meaning they achieved through sacrifice. Venerationists said, am I hearing this right? Such a statement. Are you converting to Venerationism? And the Newsporus scholar says, no, I'm simply examining the matter from another perspective. And then that ends there. As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. The Glaya also made mention that the ships, when she interrogated us, a memory I'd rather forget. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. What did you notice, bud? There's something else up there? Is she talking to them? It's Hyacinth? Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him.
Right. It is secretly evil confirmed? I'm waiting for her to just have, like, an absolutely feral side that's just waiting to be unleashed.
Time for revolution.
Go again? I'm back. Welcome back, Alpha Beta.
Heard the call. Serenity is before.
Go again?
Is that fear I said?
I'll see you off.
Got my bami and bread. Oh, that sounds so good. Evil Hyacinth coming to 3.7. Someone's gonna go feral. Now.
A little honesty would do us good.
And go again.
Is that fear?
Oof.
Eternal step. Dead return!
I don't want to ruin... I don't want to get rid of Sunday's ult. I feel like it could later. Oh no, not my free 5-star. Wait, which free 5-star did you get? I actually haven't used the currency we got to pick Ranmei or Locha because I have both. And I'm wondering if I save it for later for another character. Who did you get? I haven't done it yet.
A little honesty.
Because I thought I had to use it, but someone pointed out that it said, like, more to be added or something, so I'm wondering if they will rotate other characters out. I got Ranmei because she's the only break character I didn't have. I got Ranmei with Firefly, otherwise I would have gotten her. Or maybe Ranmei E1 because it's amazing. That was the debate, but as of right now, I think I'm okay. This place is practically ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Ooh, more debate. A debate between two scholars. Phiro? Well, then enlighten me. What exactly do you mean by examining from another perspective? Question marks? Who's this question mark? Simple, you see. When we stand normally, the sky is above. When we stand on our heads, it's below our feet. This person says, I don't want to know what kind of situation inspired you to make such exalted theories. By the way, I have a student who loves to write satirical comedies and once wrote about a fool who could not figure out a question no matter what. And this question mark person said, as I said, there's no reasoning with you, Venerationists. You're like Dromoses, huge and always gazing downward at Earth. Well, I want to be the wasp that stings the Dromas. What if that state tyrant's defeat simply proved that among all the paths to Aquila, the skyship was the wrong one? It is Anaxa! Anaxagoras, you impious blasphemer, mark my words, you will eventually answer for your sacrilege. I doubt your students, or that young teaching assistant girl, have any idea what secret research you're truly conducting. Anaxagoras. He's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This
I got
is
Rame.
new.
Oh, I hope you like her.
I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Finon said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
I picked up a scroll on my way here, too. It looks like it may be related to the one you're holding.
Oh, let me have a look.
Ooh, both records.
By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I'll be honest, when I made the title for the stream, I forgot what this place was called. So I was like, it's a library.
Sure, go ahead.
The Grove makes more sense. Who are the
The
Venerationists?
Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar.
Kitsune. Oh, Generic Pro,
Each
welcome.
is unique
Welcome, you
in
guys.
its
How are you
own
doing?
way.
Hope you're doing well.
Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most.
Hold on. Well, all 7 schools are founded by the Theus for scholar.
As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
A very illustrative explanation. Thank you. Was it a mistake to build the skyships?
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Trevi cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right? What is Anaxa's field of study?
These forests primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
Alar, you said I'm doing well, just waiting for my tea TBP to region? Oh, Trailblaze Power. I see. Who are you grinding for? Generic Bro, you said. I thought this part was funny how Dan just randomly found these relevant documents on the ground. Wait, is that? I thought I knew the channel. I do not, but that's still such a fun emote. Oh, Castro's light code. Oh, best of luck.
Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth.
This is, honestly, this is a, oh gosh, did my tracking botch? My tracking is botching. Hold on, y'all. While I talk about this, this is actually something that I love, or that it took, I like in that it took a while for me to get used to. This idea of like failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Because oftentimes we're always afraid to make a mistake when we're learning stuff. But learning a mistake is sometimes the best way to grow and improve, so. I don't know, it's one of those phrases where I'm like, I do appreciate it. Hyacinth has the same voice. Oh, has that been confirmed? Has that been confirmed that it's Rocha from Wuwa? Having Vietnamese food? Oh, that sounds good. I hope it's delicious.
The crash of the sky ship carries a different interpretation.
Is it what? It's what the internet says. But is it what
firmament
Hoyo
is not
says?
Impenetrable.
I guess she did drop.
On the contrary,
VA dropped, so I guess it must be true.
Precisely because the sky ship
I realized it dropped when her drip marking happened.
Breaking free from the shackles of the earth, that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself.
Dang, I did not pick up on that. That's cool. Let me just read that. Okay.
It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even the scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find on the Titans for now. There's something else that caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
It seems that just take out the Sky Titan seems much bigger than deal than Strife. Well, also just because of how like reclusive it is. The sky is everywhere, but like, who is the Sky Titan? Just start to hit.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
Well, if you don't mind, did the Grove ever rob Castrum Kremnos?
You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akama for reading after that.
Agreed, this place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There are still several more scrolls strewn all over the place. I'll gather them while you pull up those texts. Yippee! This way, nothing will be overlooked. Okay. More research materials, you say? I don't mind if I do. Still gotta go through each of the area and get bugs. I've not touched that. These are complaint letters from the scholars about Anaxagoras the Blasphemer. There's a thick stack of letters. Based on the dust accumulated and the perfectly intact seals, the complainee did not even bother opening them and just chucked them aside into a corner. Is this about Anaxa? I should read this. I said you should come have a look too.
It's so dusty in here. Whoa. Are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Does Anaxa hold that much influence?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Emporius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
An uncanny impersonation. What happened after?
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish.
I love this guy. I love this guy so much. Alphabet, you said I could hear the beating of it. Yeah, there's like a heartbeat in here.
Though what he
She has a
took
good
on
memory,
in
she
the end
does.
was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholars' allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Am I supposed to put myself in Anaxa's shoes and answer that? No. Based on the history of the Flamechase journey, humans have the potential to take over the divinity of Titans.
Anaxa said the same thing then. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it?
That's a serious allegation. Did he really do that?
Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods? It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs.
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
Yes. I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved. But what's for certain, at least.
Oh,
is
there's...
that
I hear
Anaxa
it now.
allowed to
I hear
stay
the
in
voice
Grove,
now.
Where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the Grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones.
Given the Groan's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight right under their noses?
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time. Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the Grove in this state, I'm sure Nexa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. Right?
He might be. These streets are like a maze. What does this one say? A book covered in annotations from many scholars. The title is Artist Sophistry, 40 Ways to Improve Your Debating Skills. The highlighted methods include virtual causation, false premises, contradiction conversion, conflating, pre-verification, and reality, misinterpreted punctuation, misattribution, and generalizing specificity, among others. Local Vanguard hero, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Amidst it are scholars' exclamations. A true eye-opener. The art of language knows no bounds. If I can't master sophistry, I can at least learn how to defend myself against them as an honest man. The last resort. When all else fails, employ brute force! This isn't gonna be of any help. Oh, jeez. A record of many research topics. A priest scholar has applied for the replies for the school stages about these topics. Topic 1. A discovery that many mythical beasts renowned for their longevity actually reside in areas with poorly managed birth and death records for such creatures. Permission to research. Reply. Lacks research significance, not approved. Topic 2. An observation of real plants within the grove, imitating the growth patterns of nearby white dryads. Permission to research. Reply. Falls in the domain of the Lotophagus School, not approved. Topic 3. Investigating the feasibility of placing flying birds into rocket tubes to guide the direction of rocket's flight. Permission to research. Reply. Too fanciful. Not approved. So subsequent topics grew increasingly eclectic, and the outcome of the replies remained unchanged. Impressive tenacity. Hopefully it helped him survive the black tide. We can hope. He's a witch. Anaxa? I was way too late. Wait, do I have to hit this again? How do I? Follow the water wheel? What do I have to do for this again? Thought I hit it. There it is. Okay. I'm really gonna have to explore this area later. I love grabbing treasure chests, but as you can see, there's some spots I just have straight up not explored. I've been too busy. Okay, what do we got here?
This is the place. But where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone.
Wait,
The
hold
black
on.
tide destroyed it all.
Try to see what that emote is that you posted, Local Vanguard. It's so cute. It's such a cute cat in the box. I love it. There's an object that tells you the location of all chests, but I don't have it. No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanisms along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Naturally, no one dared to come near this place.
Oh, it didn't look like it changed. Hold on. There we go. Only basic chests? Oh, it probably doesn't do, like, the hidden stuff. Get it from exploring the gods area? You probably already have it. I have not checked a lot of places. I have not checked a lot of places. I don't think I have all treasure chests in any of the Amphorius areas because I have not explored it as much. Also has a penchant for using preserved materials.
Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact.
Oh, whoops. I thought that was just gonna disappear like some of the other stuff. Okay. These are the materials requested by Anaxagoras. Documents from various fields have been compiled into one place, including Titan Creations, the University of Seoul, Alchemy Doctrine, and so on. Most of the materials look to be within the research domain of New Spora's school of thought. However, a document titled A Study on the Christos Heir's Background is mixed within. The Holy Maiden of Yanissopolis, Tribi, Trian, and Trinan, descendants of the Holy Maiden from the Temple of the Three Fates, Goldweaver Aglaya of Akama from the Menesta priestly family, the Prince of Castrum Kremnos, Hyacinth of the Twilight Courtyard, all of their ancestry have varying degrees of connection to the divine titans or their divine authorities. Does the golden blood come from the heritage of priest family or royal bloodlines? Anaxagoras, I myself show no such connection. Kephali, the creator, what criteria did they use to create the golden blood to shape the Chrysos heirs? Yet Castris, the servant of death from Idonia, her lineage is neither Titan priest nor demigod, but she has walked the earth for at least a millennia with the power to grant death to humans. Where did this power come from? Another text speaks of the dragon legends of Styxia. The alchemical extraction of soul ripped from the dragon corpse is intriguing. Souls ripped from the dragon corpses, you say? Dragons appear to be the Titan's creations. Perhaps there's a way to reverse the process, using alchemy to refuse human souls with Titan creations. Increasing the purity and divinity of golden blood towards the absolute. The theory must be tested. Experiments to be arranged.
What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Akama and me?
Journal contains several intriguing points. Creation of Titans. From the Abyss of Fate to Castrum Krenos, I've seen many a Titan creation during my time in Amphorius. Life forms created by Circes can also be found in the Grove. But fusing them with human souls through alchemical means? Can't even begin to imagine. Anaxa seems to hold special interest in the divinity coursing through the Chrysos heir's veins, and has even conducted a thorough investigation into the hero's backgrounds.
It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the forests have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on immortal Chrysos heirs. But now, it seems Anaxa's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings.
Through alchemy, Anaxa aims to refine the golden blood in the Chrysos heirs to a degree of purity equal to divinity. This must be what he means by close to true purity. But treating both Titan creations and the human body as materials to be used in alchemy experiments? That's rather extreme.
Danny, look at this. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hastily written journal. These documents appear incomplete. Judging from what's left behind, the important alchemical formulae have been taken away. Or maybe that's just formula. Only the author's reasoning remains. Previous approach has flaws. Fusing human souls with Titan creations does not purify golden blood. Even pure Titan creations are contaminants to the Chrysos heirs' golden blood. Soul fusion between humans and creations merely repairs impurities of the souls, or maintains a connection to dying souls. While creation myth tells us the Chrysos heirs and other creations were all made by Titans, their nature differs fundamentally. Titans' creations are no intermediate products of an alchemical process, and the Chrysos heirs are closer to the Titans than the creations. In other words, I should not have considered Titan creations equal to Chrysos heirs. The hypothesis I should focus on is one pointed to the Titans themselves. Such rare chances to study Titans demands a meticulous selection of research subjects. Living Titans prove impossible to restrain, and dead Titans offer no insight worth pursuing. But dying Titans, They are the perfect research subject. Only by understanding the fundamentals of creation can we ensure perfection at the moment of everything's birth. Through my own hands, I will melt a titan and reach the true essence of the soul. Oh, Zap!
My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now.
He called the Titan's creation stress.
Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human souls alchemically?
Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's wrong?
Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process.
But Cersei took over his body and resurrected him, which led to the situation we're in now.
That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
This is what I was thinking of when I was reading the doc. I was like, oh snap, he meant to do this. What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in
Because
and your time was running
Cersei's
out,
was dying.
what would you have done?
I'd put my theories to the test, no matter the cost.
Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame.
Ambitious goal for Grease Monkey.
Yes, it truly was an ambitious goal.
No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Cersei's would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research is still ongoing.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world now. No. No way.
To conceive an entity of perfection, one must first understand the principles of creation. If Anaxa is an Akama now, then that means...
He's after Kefali.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the holy city is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
Teyvat parallels,
so
possibly.
much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Child of humanity, you didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Local Vanguard here, you said, who's your favorite? This guy right here!
Power. Does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians.
Ooh.
When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Circes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just, as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa,
Oh.
I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
Okay.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
I'm guessing that's the art we saw last time. I'll get to chat in a bit, but just story.
Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circe?
Yeah, it's the thing with the art that we saw.
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Was it? Was it really?
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
Okay. Really quick, Elu, you said, is he dead? He did die, yes. He's being kept alive by this person who has her core flame inside of him.
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circe. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world.
Kind of like Resident Evil 8. Kinda, yeah.
Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness? Yet you have no idea who she is. The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one. Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that, but it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
In the meantime, what do you mean in the meantime?
I have news from Hyacinth and Dan Heng. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Okay. Ears totally up, just like thinking of that. What? I think, Elu, you said I love how the ears adapt to your emotion. This is the one perk with this model is because the ears are built into it that they react with my eyes. So I could be like... Assistant Fire said body hurt from yesterday, but my mind hurts more when I realized Zanny wasn't coming out yesterday. Oh, you thought she was coming out yesterday? Now we still got 3 more weeks. I'm so sorry. I'm not even going for her. I got like 2 more months.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kynus is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods, become the next challenge you are to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
Hold on, let me reread that. Significance of days, my duties over this site will take place at the battlefield where you hunt gods. Okay. We'll be waiting here for your good news. Come find us anytime you need something.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How dare they trample over it?
Wow, these people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while.
Hello, Oleg of F4. Man, I was thinking while we were watching some of the animations earlier, I was like, I want some of the animations they did in Bellabog to come back. It's been a hot minute.
What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh. Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for Kynus.
Who's that again? Someone in the Bellabog arc.
Ordered my people
one of the first arcs in Honkai Star Rail.
We should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
He wasn't a playable character. He was an NPC.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
It'd be hard not to notice thunderclaps in broad daylight. Parades, Acheron!
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Oh.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
Uh-oh.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
I'm sorry for your tears. That was Oleg. Now we have his brother. Arms.
My gratitude.
I love that. How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
I know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious Kynus has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
Get off the stairs! How dare you!
That's her.
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Krateros.
just woke up. Well, I hope you slept well. Okay, real quick. I am gonna... Oh, let me do this real quick. Boop. I need to take a quick break. So, we'll be back in a little bit. This is a great time for you guys to stretch your legs, get some water, do anything else you gotta do. I'm also gonna run some ads. So if you need to step away for whatever reason, now is a good time to do so. It'll probably be about 10 minutes, I think. So, really and truly, if you need to grab a snack or something, great time to do so. We'll be back in just a bit. Wait, do I have this set up? Yes, I do. Okay. Or do I? I think I do. Either way, B&B.
a sparrow or a plane drops down a couple feet again to catch the wind that still remains, but I'm left breathless anyway. I thought the world ended in March until I heard the doorbell ring. Just me here standing in the dark, but I'll light up everything again. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end of all that summer had to say. What little time has gone away, I'll glue it all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end of all that summer had to say. What little time has gone away, I'll glue it all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. Three years ago, 1 month today, the second left but lost my way, and now I turn through heather walls. When Jenny says she's seen it all, she means from here to down the hall, and she is right in her own way. But I'm running out of strength. And I ruin everything. But I'm running out of strength. Turn back and you'll still find me. And I ruin everything. Turn back and you'll still find me. At the premiere, I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. At the premiere, I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. The flowers hang a violet hue, the clocks run back, and so should you. Lest Jenny starts her old refrain. The seasons change, the walls remain. I can't recall my mother's name, nor will I use it if I do. But I'm running out of strength. And I ruin everything. But I'm running out of strength. Turn back and you'll still find me. And I ruin everything. Turn back and you'll still find me. At the premiere, I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. At the premiere.
Oh no, you guys found the forbidden view. The forbidden view of the VTuber. The one that just stares into your soul. The one that I see as it pops up every day. Oh, brought back to life. What's up, guys? I hope you had a good break. Thank you for waiting. I know that was probably a long break, but yeah, things needed to get done. Okay, let's head back into the story. Flaze looking at our crimes. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Now that forbidden for me. Oh, that reminds me. Welcome, Arrow. Hope you're doing well.
As the Theoros I have observed. Virtuous citizens of Akama, fine Vides, Elysiae, and the Outlander are heading toward us.
Just watch the Mario World Direct. I saw a lot of people had strong opinions of it, but I don't know what they were expecting watching it. I did not watch it. I'd rather be... if I play the game, I'd rather have surprises.
What happened here?
It seems fun.
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites, no longer capable of relating to the people. This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
The Glad died too? Well, there was a prophecy that only one would live.
Duty, but
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
No hesitation, I stand by Era Nova. If possible, bring back Era Chrysia. Here's the thing. I don't really have much context, but I am of the opinion that I believe this Amphorius is stuck in a loop and returning things back to the past and whatnot. So my gut is to say Era Nova because at least it's forward progression instead of falling back to history. That's my opinion. Alphamania said I don't trust her. Are you referring to Kindness or Aglaya? I'm assuming it's Kindness, but yeah, I mean, last stream, no, still don't trust her. She's very clearly last stream. If you remember the conversation Kindness had with Anaxa. Oh yeah, no, she's not trustworthy at all. If you remember that conversation, not at all. Era Chrysia is the want without death or any of that. Okay. So kind of like what happened in Penacony, Era Nova is what we want. Yeah. That's what I thought. I trust Kindness and the half-dead guy. I feel like Anaxa has ulterior motives, but yeah, Era Nova. Era Nova is the path of salvation the gods promised. We should not have doubts in the flame chase journey.
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Okami Chronicle, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. but bring demise to those titans, and Erechrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you that Erechrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaia is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Erechrysia.
Erechrysia! Erechrysia!
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Anaxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaia. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame chase journey.
Welcome back, Nasser. I feel like this is just... I feel like this is just people wanting to think back on the past and how it was so better without acknowledging that it's hard to go back to the past. I don't know. The past is the past. The future has yet to happen. We can prepare for it.
As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
Guarded by the secret power. Become the Flame Reaver's target sooner or later. Isn't this just survivor bias? I'm not sure if this is the right argument to make.
If we eliminate death, then there's no need for us to fear that Flame Reaver, right? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Erechrysia, return to the mortal realm.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
Erechrysia! Yes! Yes!
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
What is LOR
Thank you,
fire?
Lady Aglaia, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus,
Hi, Giggity. Hope you're doing
Idonia's
well. Thanks for
goddess
stopping
of
by.
death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
Look at this cocky smile. I love him.
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Era Chrysia will return to our world once again.
Welcome, Quentin. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Giggity, so you okay? Getting ready for bed, but I want to drop by for bed. Oh, thank you for dropping by. I hope you sleep well tonight.
The result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
To the future, I heard said.
Dear Aglaia.
The future is ours for a taking!
What has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
And the attendees part ways. I feel like this is what Anaxa wants. He's gonna make a grand display of something, I feel like. This is all according to his plan. Chabby, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the hydrate. And for the straighten. Hold on, let me hydrate really quick. Don't worry, I got you. Time to straighten, everybody. Ah! Ah! Woo! Okay, okay. Been waiting for the dialogues to be over. I know there's a lot of stuff. Glitch, you said I'm finishing closing. Oh, best of luck.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
Have a good night, Giggity. Elu said, when did you change your bottle? It was during break. Elu earlier said Lycus is still sus, but he hasn't done anything, so I'm confused. I agree. I don't know what to feel of him. Where's the cat? This model did not have cat loaded. Question, if for example, I had the cat redeem on this model and I switched over to the next one, should I also have the cat redeem on? I can put it on now, but yeah, when I load the model, it disappears. Okay. Oh, wait, we're about to hop into some stuff. I see this. Hold on, I'm not ready. And what happened when you went to look for Anaxa? Okay, a lot of details. Mayhaps point of no return. Okay.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Oh, we get to be castress. Heard a conversation between heroes.
Have you heard of this tale before?
So this is the past.
A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen, until one day,
an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom. Like a tyrant king, the queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. The terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until... Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Ooh, suspicious.
Oh, my. It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Pelixia. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead.
Huh.
What? At a loss for words?
No. I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
crack theory. I don't know what happens with Polixia, but what if the person she resurrected was Castris? And that's why Castris lives forever. Or like hasn't died. Is like basically immortal. Has become death. What if? I don't know.
Yes, I would.
Was her name Castris?
Oh.
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually.
Why would she resurrect? I don't know. I'm just thinking of possible outcomes.
My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the immeasurable value of life, I am unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains and be reborn with the dead flame.
That's Castris!
It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life.
Oh, snap.
I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same.
Okay, so I was wrong, but still, that's an intense trial for death.
How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing seem familiar. But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius's history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself? I have long held three hypotheses about this. However, let's continue watching for now.
Calypso, Polixia, and this warrior. I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Regarding this matter, Nias, are you confident that you'll complete your trial?
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen once I've emerged victorious.
Wow, I think my model froze for a brief second. It's freezing a lot today.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
And this is how I got stuck here.
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny.
The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Chaos were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice as well.
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
Of course.
Yeah, there she goes. Now she remembers.
Lord Anias.
Arrow, you're asking, is your room dim? I'm not sure what that means.
Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness. That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is, in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attained their divinity.
Yes!
If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia? Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anias.
Okay. Arrow, you said, do you have enough light for your model to track your face? Well, it's the same light as it's always been, so...
Do not worry. My curse is a...
Sorry. Okay, check the memory.
Lord Anias' honor is sealed here.
Incredible. The honor in this child's soul is so light.
The cycle without end, but this time we're here and we even get a god place, so we are an important piece to change the cycle. We must be.
I believe that his tenacity
that was my theory
within this
kind of last
statue.
stream, I feel like.
Before we fought Nikador, we also released it from the stone statue.
Especially because I remember the cutscene we got and I was like, this is them before they became Titans. We know they became Titans, but they were just talking about the Flame Chase journey, so this basically confirms it.
Courage. Tenacity. Sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Anias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
Anyone notice that all the Titans we've seen so far in their human forms do not open their eyes, or we can't see their eyes?
Either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
I see.
Enjoying?
Indeed.
Thank you, guys.
Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
To someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living afford the same amount of bliss. Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Mm-hmm. Polixia. I'm here.
There she is!
What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this... Polixia's sister? Is it... me? Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
Even if it was prophesized, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway.
But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all. You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. One that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not? How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you? Well then, tell me, what exactly are we? I don't know. I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the Netherrealm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead, and do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life. As for the price of our equivalent exchange, let me be the one to pay it.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough. I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world, just like the flame chase journey of today. Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
So the argument that we were having at the debate thing, technically both arguments are true. Moving forward also creates the past of Amphorius.
Huh. What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans at the world's end, thereby shaping a new world?
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prophecy.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of alchemy in the tale of the dragon. In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, snap.
It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the Netherrealm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure. However, my line of thinking will not fail because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses. Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
Whoa! Oh. Thanks for the hydrate and the straighten. I appreciate it. Okay, everybody. Time to straighten. Here we go. Unshrimp. Sick. Thank you.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, her life is also slowly slipping away. But before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
I'm sure he's aware of that.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
He's like, no, this is my revenge.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akuma can enjoy everlasting peace.
For now.
But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mrs. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
Castris, you've changed. Unsure of what to say, but offers a smile. Have mercy, Aglaya, stay your throats.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Castris and meet the god of death himself. Castris, I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents,
I lurk. No worries, have a good lurk. Thanks for
how do
stopping
we
by.
find a way in?
The answer is quite simple. In the Mids, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the Nether Realm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same.
Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll see you at Marmorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
Oh, we get to meet Cypher! Okay, she's a character I've been interested in, so kind of curious to see how this goes. Exifua! Hi, thanks for stopping by. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. How's it going? It's going good! I'm enjoying Honkai Star Rail's story so far. It's been great, but have you been? Servant tells story, mystery within, scholar seeks an answer. Don Hung isn't back yet. That's fine.
Hey, friend! Is the debate finally over? Did you win?
I'm glad I don't have to voice Mem. The cat thief, I'm so excited. The upper hand is ours. We're tied with the Council of Elders. We managed to win ourselves a glorious defeat. Yeah, we did do good.
What a glorious defeat. You sure know how to look on the bright side. Well, moving on. I was hard at work even while you were at the debate. I borrowed a mountain of books from Cass to see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Let's see. I still have only 32 books to go.
Jesus! Ask you said I'm nowhere near this far. Hope you have a good game. Thanks! I appreciate if you gotta leave for spoilers, but I appreciate you stopping by. I see you said vibe inviting. Kinda sleepy, had a long day today. What house was today? Ooh, yeah. Sounds like a long day, but I totally get just vibing. Like, I'm personally pretty tired, but also I was like, Honkai Star Rail story, I'm just kind of paying attention to this story. It should be a fairly easy day. Mem is not like March in this. She's reading a lot. That's true. I don't think March bothered reading much of the databank. I wasn't expecting Mem to finally speak in full sentences. Yeah, we took on the trial of Oryx, and she started talking.
Really? Oh, that's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off. Especially if you're as diligent as Mem. I feel like a huge burden has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Why are my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden?
There's nothing more we can do. Let's get some rest.
You're right. Then I'll go back to...
As was her custom, Mem, with astonishing dexterity, slipped back into their secret little hideaway. Good night, Mem. Good night, Akuma. It is nighttime now, right? Can't tell, the sun's always up. Later, somewhere in Akuma. Oh my gosh, secrets. Oh, sad secrets.
What a surprise.
Lady Treeby.
Is something troubling you?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. I don't want to have any regrets.
Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today?
Is that a figure of speech?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled even as you smiled.
Lady Treeby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as it is the fate every Chrysosaur is destined to live out. We are just happy for you that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's, because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysosaur we know.
Aww. Thank you, Lady Treeby. This feeling... it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish, before setting off.
Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. But now Trinan and I are working on it, and we'll make sure to give it to you. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow!
Oh. Claymore mem? That'd be so fun. I can't sleep. It's too bright. Who could it be? Before we look at this, I'm gonna take a quick break, okay? I'm gonna stretch my legs a little bit. This is a good time for you guys to also get a snack, stretch your legs, do anything you got to do, because I'm gonna run some ads during this break. So if you need to step away, now's a good time to do so. We will be back in like 10 minutes or so, okay? Let me get the thing up. 5% crit rate. My profile picture is the doll of Trian. Oh, it's a good one. That's a good one. All right. BRBO.
Go. When you had the answer, and you were there alone. You left the door unopened when you knew that you would want more. Give it up, give it away. While you were barely aware, you let that day cut off so much, hardly remain. While you knew that there was still a way. This is your only plan. Oh, now this is your only. Now this is your only plan. Oh, now this is yours. Force it to yield. You'll forge it to the lines. You let your callous be your shield, and everyone will say that it all was finished years ago. But you will stay, and you won't ever let it go. When you had the answer, and you were there alone, you left the door unopened when you knew that you would want more. a sparrow or a plane drops down a couple feet again to catch the wind that still remains, but I'm left breathless anyway. I thought the world ended in March until I heard the doorbell ring. Just me here standing in the dark, but I'll light up everything again. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end of all that summer had to say. What little time has gone away. I'll glue it all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end of all that summer had to say. What little time has gone away. I'll glue it all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. Why do I have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an uptap by the tower, and you overtake it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and ran to do the same. But they won't make it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before?
Hello, I have returned. I hope you guys had a good break. Hope you did the things you needed to do. Oh. All right, are y'all ready? Sounds like we're about to get into some pretty intense stuff. Welcome back, thank you. Or at least we're working up to something. Hopefully I can at least hit the next story beat. We'll see what happens. Welcome back, thank you. All right, back in we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's me.
Oh! Astrus. Welcome back, thank you.
I hope I didn't wake you.
Is it another mission from Aglaya? Sleep is a luxury when you're at my age. True.
I'm glad to see you're as full of life as ever. I'm here because of private matters, actually. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retrieve something.
Sure, let's go. As expected, manual labor. Now let's go.
Aren't you going to ask me what it is? It isn't a long way from here. Shall we?
We'll just help you. I know maybe I shouldn't trust you out of everything, but you know, all of your reasoning seems sound given everything you're going through, so I still trust you to some capacity. If you need my help, I'm happy to help you. I think my mouse just died. Weird.
Here we go again.
The streets are packed.
Oh gosh, it's people against each other?
It seems the vote to pause the flame chase journey has begun.
I want to vote! Tell me how I can vote!
Enraged or next to voting.
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune. Select the Council of Elders in your heart and pray silently until the shard registers your choice. Then toss it into the Dolium.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Eracrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Eracrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again, we will not incur divine wrath.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old bogey.
Oh, snap! There's no need to get insults.
And I pray that Talantan smacks some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out.
That was quite a spectacle.
Just another peaceful day in Akama. Watching people squabble is kind of fun.
You're interested in that? Well, you'll feel right at home in Akama then. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphorius. And its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end times.
Woof! This is what the Flame Chase journey is all about. Should you have gotten used to it, Mel? You look very confused.
Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial rites and traditions. Traditions that I played a major role in.
Because of the curse on you?
Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama, but back in those days, I was Idonia's Maiden of War. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Eracrysia's mistake and lead them to meet the great god of death. They provided me shelter, but in return, I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike.
Is that sort of end-of-life care? Is that just like an executioner?
Is that how you see it too? But no matter how kind or cruel the means, nothing can change the essence of death.
Which one did I say? Some sort of end-of-life care. Okay.
Taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship.
Also, I forgot to say, local Vanguard hero, best of luck with your dailies.
I can't do it! Their voices... they pierce my ears. The pleading... The thanks.
I know that feeling, child. I was once as lost as you are now. But you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the Holy Maiden granting humans glory and liberation.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human lives.
This won't be the first time that Edonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world. The fact that you can wield it means you are deserving of respect.
That's such a twisted reason.
Then let me tell you a story. In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian, in memory of Drakon, an elderly executioner.
What if one reason why Castrus can hear the Titans' voices is because she talked to them?
If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, the holes would make no sound, and the executed would also depart this world quickly and painlessly. But should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. On that cue, the screams of the executed are sure to follow. Every executioner after Drakon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of their blade must be more resolute than the last, for failing to do so will bring pain. Pain for the dying, as well as pain for themselves.
No. I can never get used to this.
You misunderstand, child. I am not telling you to get used to it. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determination. Go, walk with the dead and love them as you love life. Then you'll no longer hear those noises.
Please, don't kill me. I don't want to die.
Oh, jeez. Well, if we're following what Castrus said she did. Oh, jeez.
No!
You gently touch the prisoner's forehead with your finger. His face is pale, his eyes flicker with fear, and his body trembles uncontrollably. Is it because of fear, anger, and hatred? Or your so-called merciful touch of death simply a lie? The dark purple models spread like petals across the death row inmate's face, then seemed to be submerged by spring water, flooding his body. His trembling increased, and the cries that once begged for mercy slowly turned to a sigh-like whisper as he murmurs to himself. Quickly, everything falls into a dead silence, turning into pitch-black dew that scatters with the wind. You hear your own heartbeat drown out the sound of heavy breathing.
May you gain some insights through his sacrifice.
Is this all?
No. Come with me. This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War.
You executioner!
Oh, jeez.
Holy Maiden!
Courageous warrior, guide me, Holy Maiden.
Grant her glorious death.
Bestowed with honor.
executioner. You heard him.
Imposed with punishment. This is tough. This is rough.
I curse you to live in eternal pain.
Sadistic murderer. Oh no, the kid. Oh.
Please. Grant me release.
Ill herder, pain and suffering.
You know what to do.
Gifted with slumber?
When will this ever end?
Fulfill your duty.
What are you trying to do with me?
I have aged. The time has come for me to heed the summons of Thanatos and journey to their domain, the final resting place of every Idonian.
You're not that old yet. You still have many, many years ahead of you.
No. I'm already dead, or I have come to fear my declining health and impending death. Ah, Castoris. Will you give me one last chance to charge towards fear and prove that I am no coward?
I can't take this anymore!
Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief Executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others onto you. I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith and about me.
I never had a choice.
Indeed. We essentially abducted you. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't it be easy for you to escape from here?
I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it. I simply can't do it.
I knew I was right about you.
What do you mean?
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else in the world would understand the weight of life and death more than you do. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all eventually reach. Humans should not resist it. But you can only live your
I skipped, I'm
life
sorry.
to the fullest after understanding this principle.
I just have so many feelings right now. Humans should not resist it, but learn how to face it. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. Oh, I got feelings. Also, hi, Professor Anaxa. I hope you're doing well. Ooh. Assistant Fire said, why care what others say when the person you grant death to is grateful? Here's the thing. I'm so torn on it because sometimes, yes, it can be a mercy. Other times, it's what people want in the moment and it's a bad decision for them. Also, sometimes I am someone who just really values life personally. Like, life sucks. It's hard. But I think it's better to try to live. And again, this probably is coming from a very narrow mindset because there's some people who have like major disabilities that make their life awful to live with. And I could never know what it's like to live with that. But I still personally believe that every life is worth living. Personally. So, like if someone, again, some people are very grateful for it, but sometimes I just worry that it's like wishing for death can be sometimes can be just like you're in a bad spot and it's not until you but like overcome that can help you see better stuff in life. I don't know. Again, I fully admit this is a narrow mind view, but I just really value life personally. I would rather people learn how to live their life to the fullest than ending their life early, personally. Whatever that fullest is. So the last few sentences are kind of nice to hear. Death is an end of all life. We'll all eventually reach it. It's true. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. There is some truth to understanding, like, I'm alive now. I have to make the most of my time now.
And when you do...
But at the same time, the methods and beliefs are a little twisted. I don't know.
Protection. Even if you must carry the curse forever, you can live with your head held high, like everyone else.
Professor Anaxa said, life is a journey. Not everyone's a marathon runner. That's a good way of putting it, yes. But, I mean, I get that, but, like, I still think it's worth living. Like, sure, not everyone's a marathon runner, and given people's circumstances, they may not be able to get to the end, but they can still live it to the fullest. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I definitely will have a little bit of a minority opinion to this. And maybe it's a little bit too optimistic. I don't know. I just want people to live life. I do also appreciate how it's switched these. How she said blessing first, and now it's curse.
No! How can I?
Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Or at least that you possess the resolve to become one. Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Or at least that you possess the resolve to become one.
Emerge from your cocoon.
All right, here we go. Still got just a little bit left.
Protect us.
I don't know why Aglaya's here. I guess I forgot to look at my team closely, but it's fine. Amazing team, double DPS, no sustain. Yeah, it kicked out Locha.
Become one. All light to be revealed.
Serenity is before me.
Please cherish this time. As you wish.
Here, Terry said my rice could do a little over 100k. I've seen some people hit 2 million with her.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Which is crazy to me. I'm sure I might as well go again, show off the new character.
Root here.
Dude, this art though? Very pretty. Yes, the blessing of death does not insta-kill.
This was the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. I gasped for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertips. Elder Amunet, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, she embraced it exactly as their doctrine had taught. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls with the others I had laid to rest. Then, I set out once more in search of Thanatos. It was a long, long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. The world improves because there is an end. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. Everyone talks about its heavy weight. Some resist it, some worship it, and some even revere it. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away. Then, I started searching for it. And now, at the end, I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please,
oh my gosh, it's animated.
No. I don't want to die, please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go. I need it. I don't.
Holy cow, is this the first time they've done something in game? That's so cool.
I hate these icy hands.
Oh, I'm loving this.
The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace. Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
Oh! so happy that they're doing this. Sorry, I'm taking it back. Anaxa, I know you said it's from a YouTube video, but here's the thing. I love the fact that they did this. There's been times in Genshin where we get such good trailers, but it's not in-game. Or like in Honkai Star Rail, we've had such good trailers, but it's not in-game. I didn't even know this was on YouTube. But the fact they put the lore into the game, the additional info, I respect that so much. It's been a must-needed change, so I'm so excited to see it. Finally happened.
That you, Casteress. All of them have gone, heeding death's
So before I get welcome, Neb. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well.
Into their domain. I must go too. I don't fear it. Just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again. It must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I
can't. These hands, they're too cold. But Big Sister Casteress, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Can hands like these really be warm?
On the day that Oryx's trial ended, you must have had many questions.
No, I can't. Hold on. I need to cry. Gosh, they need to do that more often. Need tissue. I have tissues. I have tissues. Oh, they need to do that more often. I hope that is them testing the waters, because I need this more often. Granny crying. I am. It's good. I love when things are animated like that.
I felt just as confused.
And with
Why,
that, they put it in
as
game.
someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphorius's fate?
If they keep that up, I don't have to react to trailers. I can just play a game.
No matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do. Even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove. And it was obvious that nothing had happened, when an almost unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, it wasn't that the curse of death had finally been lifted, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And there was nothing left for my hands to take. Nothing.
Local Vanguard here said, I don't think Anna could ever stop the tears watching that. Me too.
It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and death. I am resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. Until Ornyx laid bare the cruel truth before us. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Have a good breakfast, Assistant Fire.
I found no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past.
Hold on, I missed something. Trinan, at the end of Sierra, you see, at the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips. After its praise, there shall be an eternal separation.
Embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that this destiny would weave itself through the entirety of my life. And yet, things have taken a turn for the better. Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos, perhaps I can rewrite the meaning of that fated prophecy. I have no reason not to give it my all, for your sake, and for my own.
Thank you for telling me your thoughts.
With that, I won't have any regrets.
Castrus talks to you about the gift she gave to the other Chrysosairs, and before you know it, she arrives at your gift. I like how they all give gifts before they leave.
Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived.
Oh, we're not knowing what her gift is until later. Okay.
A small gift.
Oh, never mind. It's here.
Prepared for you. I made it myself, like the trinket I gave Lady Trian. I want to leave something for everyone, if possible. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. I want to make full use of every moment I have before we depart, so that I don't have any regrets.
Let's see. Is it a brooch with my face on it? Brooch? Brooch, that's it. Brooch, that's the word. An axe of Flash's constant doesn't matter DC or Hoyo. Wait, Flash in Hoyo? I'm confused. I know DC, the superhero. Elu said, I don't like how she said goodbye like she's not coming back. Same thing happened with Mighty. I'm just expecting it from all of them at some point.
No, it isn't. You'll know when you see it.
I think she appreciates some lightheartedness right now.
It's right there.
Oh, did someone take it? Someone took it?
Where did it go?
Cypher took it! Cat thief!
What's going on?
Looks like someone left something behind. Did you get in trouble with some phantom thieves?
I am not some corrupt grown-up.
They know Persona!
What's this? The coin of Zagreus and a slate. So it's her.
Who?
It's Lady Cypher, The demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of.
You never see it
She's a
coming.
master thief who's left legendary tales all over Amphorius. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner.
The demigod of Zagreus. Okay.
Let's just do as the slate
Go,
says
cat.
and look for Lady Cypher.
Ooh, let me skim this super quick. Discover the remarkable gifts. As well taking your charming presents, prepare for a fellow crisis heirs. Aww. Claims the Limontis gift for fear naturally. Should you wish to find me, visit Marmorial Market. There lies a golden short spear I've left. Please forgive this small intrusion, accept my highest regards. P.S. Who displays biological specimens at home? They're quite unsettling. You might want to store them away when entertaining guests. P.S.S. Despite your considerable investment in Idonian ossuary hanging in your parlor, I regret to inform you it's fake. The original was craftily switched by those cunning scholars of the Grove of Epiphany. The full story can be found in the yet unpublished memoirs of Cyphera. Alright, gotta find this for your... You never see it coming. Oh, that was off. I am so sorry.
Look, it's right there.
This gold spear she mentioned in the thief's letter. Never see it coming.
We must pursue her. Huh? This is a trick she left for us.
Clearly, Kitty Phantom Thief wants to play a little game with you. 2 short spears, 1 correct, 1 wrong. Left is engraved with the words, "Don't be fooled." The right sphere is engraved with lies. Trust me, Gray, both spears are engraved with the truth. Which spear do you want to repair? Oh, I thought I had it. I should not have solved this so confidently. So this one said... This one is lying. This one says they're both true. I wish we could do this the barbarian way while we kill one and figure out what the other one is. So this is saying this is lying. This is saying it's both right. If this is both right, then that means this one is telling the truth, that this one is lying. But then that makes it that this is telling the truth. Is it a trap question? I think it is. I got this wrong when I did it. I answered so confidently, and I'm like, oh, wait, never mind. Oh, are you leaving, Axa? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. Late night, Sonrek. Okay. This is saying it's both right. This is saying this is lying. If this is lying, that means neither are right. But if this is telling the truth, then that means this is saying it's lying. It's not telling the truth. It's for the puzzle from the film Labyrinth. I'm aware, I just haven't seen that in like 15 years. If the left one said one of them's lying, the right one said that both of them are telling the truth, and the left one is telling the truth, and the right one is lying. Otherwise, it's a paradox. That's why I'm confused! Because I'm like, but wait, if this is saying it's both telling the truth, then this saying this one's lying doesn't make sense. I think I was gonna go with left, but then I second guessed myself. I think I should follow the left one. The right one must be lying. Yeah, that was my thought when I played, and then I second guessed myself, and I'm like, wait, am I actually right? I was gonna repair the left one. I was like, oh, this is easy, and then I'm like, wait, am I actually right? I think I've just been overthinking it. Hold on while I'm here. Let me write down stuff. You said... Local Vanguard, you said, I second guessed it too, but only after I go with my first guess. Don't overthink it too much, you got this. Okay. I'm gonna go with left.
She's incorrigible. Follow me.
Whee! Hey, nice. Oh, shoot. Why did I do that? Oh, it says, looks like I have to just keep hitting that thing.
This is how it should be. We must pursue her.
The impulse to break everything. I just seize to break things and I click. Like that. If this drama is truly is here, appears to be quite content. Her gaze filled with 3 parts sincerity, 3 parts approval, 3 parts triumph, 3 parts ha-ha, gray mystery. You've lost if you take this seriously. So Andromas is a cat. I have to go walk home. Good luck, Quentin. Thanks for stopping by. She seems to be saying, oh, right. Oh, no. Yeah, yes. After a moment of inner conflict, she reached a definite conclusion. This Drobus is indeed a cat.
Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind carry your voice.
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place. Unless your offer is tempting enough to steal the wind. What say you?
Name your price. I'll give you however much you want.
If you don't want money, I'll gladly take it off your hands. Or I'd gladly it off your hands. Huh?
What's wrong?
No wonder they call you Princess Homebody. Why don't you two come over to my place? It'll make a better venue for proper business discussions. You can find where I live through the winds I've sown. Right.
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only sense your soul.
All right, I'll see you there. By the way, everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach an agreement, right? Now, come this way.
The Dew of Divine Blood in the backpack has been stolen? Where did my Dew of Divine Blood go?
She's incorrigible. Follow me.
Dear Princess Homebody and Grey Mystery, you probably guessed it already. I had no intention of showing up at the Pack Beast Workshop. This means, of course, I had no plans to return the gift there either. This is just a warm-up. But surely you realize that the kitty Phantom Thief never cared about stealing a mere trinket, right? No, what I'm really after is your hearts. Just kidding! I have no interest in your hearts. If Princess Homebody can track my path, then by all means try. I'll be waiting at the end, and rest assured we'll meet face to face this time. P.S. Great mystery, where did that dew of divine blood? Where did you get that dew of divine blood? They'll tell me it's a gift from the seamstress. I'll taste it for you. I'm so intrigued by this character. I'm not gonna lie. I need to see more of her. I was a little worried I wouldn't like her, but I'm intrigued right now. And there's still a chance that I won't like her, but right now, I am intrigued. And up there, how do I get up there again? Did I hear Phantom Thieves? You'll never see it coming! That was a little bit better. It has Sampo vibes. Maybe that's why I like her, because I like Sampo.
Here we are.
Over here! Over here! No, not that way! This way!
Like Sampo crazy? Oh yeah. Sampo's one of my favorite characters.
If I really wanted to hide, you'd
there
never
she
find
is!
me. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? Meow.
At last, a character that meows has appeared. Kiana kind of does look like Kiana.
Some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Loosen up, buddy. Shall we get down to business?
Give me the jewelry piece first, or everything's off the table.
And my dew of divine blood.
Oh, come now. Don't be so upset. Relax. Relax. Look, isn't the view here just great? You can see what everyone is doing and where they're going, and they won't even know you're here. Now that we've broken the ice, let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things.
Hey, Sampo Joyer. Ah, yay.
1. The seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2. The Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure the core flame of Thanatos ends up in their hands.
Look at you, have your finger at both pies.
Last but not least, I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of those things. Don't go look for the Death Titan. The end.
Huh.
Whoa, this is some high-quality stuff, and this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aranova gimmick?
Honestly, I kind of like her voice. I wasn't expecting it, but I like it.
While the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't liken the flame chase work to your shady dealings.
Wow, I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me so much money?
Payment for doing work. You're worth this much.
Did you forget my stance to all this? I thought I made myself very clear.
You wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
Oh!
I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That is why I have never approached the demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now, so don't turn me down.
You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Aglaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me.
We lost Trian.
Oh.
The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Castoris and help her fulfill her lifelong wish.
Oh, I get it now. You're sending Castoris to her death. And you want me to die with her.
This is Castoris' own request. I have never seen her so determined.
She brought this up herself? You're not pulling my leg.
She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard in the likes of you and I. But Castris remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as optimistic as you about what she'll want to do. Tell you what. Why don't I take this room of treasures as a security deposit, and we make a bet?
Go on.
I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now, if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do. Return this deposit to you, plus giving you another room full of treasures. How does that sound?
You sound like you have all the confidence in the world. In that case, let's make a pact with those conditions. I hope you're prepared to lose it all.
In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia. I'll give all the treasures in that room to you. And you can split it between yourselves, however you want.
Ilu, you said, found out she doesn't have much roles, like 2, also page dedicator. I will say, fun fact, Chong Yun's voice actor, that was his first major role. But a lot of actors have been acting years before they get their major role. So I imagine she's done a lot of smaller stuff. Still, good for her. Happy for her.
What do you think? Tempting, right?
I'm almost dead. What use do I have for, buddy? The currency I use is the same as the one in Amphorius.
Oh, please! Dear great mystery, I'm not giving you broken seashells people use in the markets millennia ago. I'm giving you gold! Pure, solid gold. It's a hard currency. You know what that means, right?
It's not about the value of the reward. If we don't find the Death Titan, her soul will...
Oh?
I can't go into the details, but we have to go to Styxia.
I really don't get how. Princess, homebuddy, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't care about anything else. But did you ever live for your own pleasure? Even for just one day?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaia didn't take you in just so you can die for her Aranova.
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Aglaia?
Fine. Never mind. We all have our own problems. I ain't gonna say anything anymore. It's not like I was gonna honor that bet anyway. But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 10, no, 50 times richer than Aglaia's vault. Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk out of that place alive. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Sure. Pay up.
I'll give you how much what Aglaia's already paid me. Is ripping people off the authority of Zacharias' demigod. Aglaia's already paid for me.
Her payment was in gold and precious stones, which only covers the living passenger. You need to pay me as a member of the dead.
I don't like this. However, I have lived a longer life than most people. Though I'm not as good at doing business as Lady Aglaia, I still have some savings. I can give them all to you.
Then how are you going to live the rest of your life?
Then I'll give you 90, no, 80%.
Well, Don't mind if I do. 80% of Castrus's savings and a bottle of dew of divine blood. Not a bad trade.
Don't forget to give Castrus his jewelry back.
Okay, okay. I didn't know you hold grudges. Gray mystery.
No, it's just I forgot. When I said Aglaya already paid for me, I didn't realize it was talking about the dew thing. That's fine.
Here, catch.
Be careful with that.
A minor change in plans, though. Don't go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me at Akama's city gates instead.
So, why are you changing the meeting place?
Oh, nothing really. Just a bit scared of the seamstress's frosty face. I wouldn't stay a second longer in Akama if it were up to me. Well, now that we've struck a deal, why don't I give you guys a lift back? It's gonna be a long ride. So have a good rest.
She's worried about Rice, but of course it doesn't show it directly. Yeah, her reactions regarding what was going on definitely shows a little bit of a tsundere personality where it's like, well, I can't tell them that I'm worried. She's got a front to maintain. Is this a coin? She even tucked me in? Ah, never mind. It's late. I better get going. Great mystery. These formal addresses at the start of the letters are such a hassle. You've already read 3 useless Phantom Thief letters. I've left Princess Hobody's gift here. Take good care of it. Remember, skip the baths and come straight to Akama's city gate to find me. You know I have no patience. Come late and I'll leave without you. Claire? Yes, I'm the one who tucked you in. You're welcome. Amazing. She's great. Oh! Well, thank you. Is this Castra's gift? Nether butterflies pondering. Handcrafted silver ring. If you hold it to your ear, you could hear the sound of melting snow. And Idonia, the departed seal, iced snow into a ring before their final journey, offering it to the living as a token to walk the rest of the path in their stead. Aww. I wonder. Let's see, it tells me to go there. If one day someone takes something from you, you can just take it back, and if you can't, it's your fault. Doesn't make sense. Here's the thing. You are conflating real life versus fiction. Fiction fun. Fiction not real. We get to explore the awful things in fiction. So, honestly though, the fact that she gave me the dew of divine blood definitely tells me this is just a little bit of teasing. And again, fiction. I'm loving this. I have nothing. Oh no, my poor savings. Whatever will I do? This is the first time I see the map for Honkai Star Rail and I thought of Hitman. Oh, it kind of does have that. Yeah, I can see that. It's awful anyway. That's fair. You tend to not like the characters I like. So that's why I'm surprised you like Anaxa. Because I like Anaxa a lot. She's right up my alley. I love what she's adding. I love that I get to pick her brain and figure out what's going on behind it. That's so fun for me. Yeah, I saw your message, Elu. I'm just reading a lot of messages and talking about stuff. Just friendly teasing. Oh yeah, no, we all tease here. But unfortunately, oh, let me check something. Ha, 6 treasure chests, 5. I have so much exploring I need to do. I tried everything to bother her. Oh, so you want her to see you again, for her to come up and be like, oh, I saw what you did. I see. See, Elu, you like her because you want her to see her again. I see you. You're good. You know, good idea. Good idea. 240 out of 300. Yeah, I'll probably grind a little bit after this. I didn't understand. Oh, I was just teasing you back. You're like, did everything to try to bother her. And I was like, oh, so you want her to pay attention to you. I see. That makes sense. You know, instead of just doing what she said, you just want her to pay attention to her, attention to you. That's why you're going out of the way to try to annoy her so that you can spend more time with her so that she's more mad with you. I see. I see. Again, it's a little teasing. Local Vanguard here said, I never explore. I'm just only here for 75% of chat or chess. I do explore is the thing. Elu said, I want to see her suffer. No. I know. We're joking with you. This is me teasing you back and making a joke. Because I know you don't like her, but I'm teasing you to pretend like you do. Oh, you're laughing. Okay, I see. This is the hard part with chat is I can never tell when people are joking. Logo, let's see. No, I read that. I like Cypher character, but I wonder if we could trust her. We definitely cannot trust her right now, I would say. Maybe later, but not right now. She feels like that on the alignment chart, the chaotic type. What is this? Oh, right, there's a new apocalyptic shadow. I never joke. All right, y'all. Unfortunately, this is where I'm gonna call it. Playing Woo, I miss Scar, same. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I wanted to stream a little bit extra longer today, but honestly, I'm pretty tired. So I think today I'm gonna just get some extra sleep. So, wait. I'm the weird one here? Nah, it's just, it's that divide, right? I have people in my chat that are kind of similar to me where we hate or where we like the messed up characters. And then there's the other half. Okay, let me head over to the end screen really quick. Yeah, I wanted to get more of the story done because we're kind of behind and we need to catch up, but my voice has been a little tense today, so I'm hoping to rest it a bit. Let me see how much we've done, though. Just to check on how much left I have to go. HSR 3.2 story. Here it is. How far did we get? Ooh, okay. We've made it about, on this video I'm seeing, we've made about 4 hours. So we got about 3 hours to go. Okay, that's not bad. We're more than halfway. We're more than halfway. I'll take it. I'll take it. 20%. Whoa, okay. Really quick before we leave. On the activity feed, we got one new follow today. Husky from Pluto. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Chat. Regarding Saturday's stream, it is looking likely that I will not be able to stream Saturday. I do apologize. If I do, then it'll be a very last minute thing. But, yeah, it's looking like I won't be able to do a Xenoblade stream. I feel bad, partially because I want to play Xenoblade, but there's certain things I need to do in life. So that is what's going to be happening. That means next week, we'll continue our Ocarina of Time randomizer. For those who missed it, I finally got a key item that I need to progress. And we have so much that opened up to us. So, we'll see how far we get. We could clear quite a few dungeons, I think. Or at least get pretty far in most of them. It'll be a good time. So no Xenoblade this week. I know, makes me sad, but life happens. And then we'll continue the story, Honkai Star Rail story, next week. That reminds me, how much longer of Castro's Banner? Oh, I want an Anaxa to come out already, man. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. I will likely not see you Saturday, so I hope to see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye!